Hey guys, welcome back to another Misplaced Garage video. Today we got the Cobra in the garage, or at least for a little while. I don't think it's just gonna be a one-day project. But as you guys probably saw in the thumbnail, this thing's gonna get some bigger brakes on it. So we can have more stopping power and more dissipation of heat. And it should just be better overall braking power, because I'm also going to replace the brake fluid with DOT 5.1, I believe it is. Some of you may have heard of this, but it is a Cadillac ATS Brembo caliper. And a company, I think it's like SNS Engineering, I don't know, I'll put it in the description. But a company makes it so that you can remove these washers with threads in them and put in your own, and then it'll fit a different bolt size that'll bolt right up to the spindle on 94 to 95s, I know for sure. I don't necessarily know about other model years, but I know 94, 95 works. Not gonna lie, I kind of went overboard on ordering parts for this because I just wanted to replace everything, and so that's exactly what I have done. Everything to convert the front brakes. The rear brakes are gonna be staying stock, but they only do like 10% of the braking power or something like that. I think for most cars, I don't know specifically for Mustangs what it is, but I know my front brakes are a lot larger than the rear ones. And these are going to be 4-piston versus 2-piston Cobras in the front. This is a true Cobra, so it doesn't have the double piston, and it does have the 13-inch rotor, so this is basically just a direct. This is the basic rundown of how this goes, but I'll total up all the cost here just so you guys know how much it'll actually cost you in the long run. But I believe these are roughly like 120 bucks a piece for these. Make sure you get a left and a right one. I almost bought 2 of the same ones, so don't do that. It does make a difference because the bleeder valves will be on the wrong side and you won't be able to bleed them. But so these were 120 bucks a piece, I believe, and then $60-70 here, 20 bucks here for pins and stuff, because these don't come loaded, so you gotta buy all that stuff. And then this whole SNS Engineering thing, this is the company, if you guys want to look into them. They make it for, I think I paid $175 shipped to my house, which is kind of a lot, not gonna lie, for just some bolts and some washer things and some plates, but nobody else makes it, so you can pretty much put whatever price you want, and then obviously your whatever brake pad of choice you want. I went with Bosch because they make a semi-metallic one, and I think these were $40 or $50. And then you add rotors to it. I'm not going to use those ones. I have new ones on order. They just haven't got here yet. Those are roughly like $70 a piece to $100 a piece, depending on which ones you got. So they give you this little card, and it comes with a QR code that you can scan, and then you get the instructions. It's pretty simple. You have to pound out these old spacers in here, or threaded spacers. I don't even know what I'd properly call these as, but hopefully I have a bolt that'll thread in there, and then I can just knock it out with a hammer or mallet, and then it'll just pop right out. After learning that I don't have anything that fits in the pockets of these the caliper mounting bolt hardware, I just went and bought some bolts that fit in there. It's a 14 millimeter. These cost $4. I got two just in case I break one, and then I spent like 15 bucks on some paint so that I can get rid of this whole Cadillac Brembo logo on there, because it doesn't really fit on a Ford very well. And boom, just like that, these pop right out. Putting a little WD-40 in there, I can tell, did help a tiny bit on that one. I didn't put it on this one just without realizing, but this one came out a lot easier. So you just have to remove a little material. See how I made the hole a little bit oblong? That's because the hole in this is not centered. So you have to remove the material so that the bolt hole will go, or the bolt will go through and go into the hole without it being all off like that. That's extreme case, but it just has to be straight through. So when you're installing these, how they want you to do it is, I don't know if this is a great camera angle, but those two that are right next to each other, the one that aligns with the dot needs to be the furthest in, and the one that is to the left of that needs to be 90 degrees to this. So kind of like that. And then there's one dash pointing to that corner, and then this furthest one on the right will be parallel with the other one on the left. So this is the orientation of which you want it. And basically I'm just gonna screw this bolt down until it seats in there, but you also have to take into consideration when tightening the bolt down that it's going to want to spin this first before it starts to go in. And so you kind of have to hold that while spinning it in at the same time. And boom, just like that. It goes right in, but you also have to remember it'll spin, but you'll know when it seats down because it will not go any farther. I think I may actually have these rotors turned down just a little bit because there's no lip here, it's just paint. These rotors are not old at all. Now let's see how this one mocks up. Boom, and just like that, this one is on. I know this is the wrong side for the caliper, but it should be the same spindle on the other side, so it wouldn't really matter. But this side fit well. Now I can drill the holes and then tap those little locks in place, and then ready for paint. So a little trick of the trade here is just throw some blue tape on there on the drill bit, and then you can measure out how long that thing is and then go a little extra, and then that's all you need to do. And then stop once the tape reaches the edge of the metal. Now remember, when you're drilling, don't forget to pull back out and clean off some of the metal, because that's how you snap drill bits. Nice and flush, and if not, just sand it off. And there you go. That'll be it for this video. Please like and subscribe and comment and whatever you want to do. And I'll be working on this beast for a while, so keep up with that. There'll be another video out here shortly, but see you guys in the next one.